Welcome to Plugged In Australia Quick Charge, the shorter version of the show for when you want the main EV news without the full deep dive. This is Quick Charge for episode 56, Monday the 18th of May 2026. Today, Subaru prices its Uncharted electric SUV and cuts pricing on the Solterra and Trailseeker. BYD looks ready to flood more segments with plug-in hybrids and EVs. Xpeng's X9 electric people mover gets closer to Australia. Renault prices the Master E-Tech van. Mercedes confirms electric CLA pricing, and we look at why EV access for renters and low-income households is becoming one of the next big issues. Let's get into it. First up, Subaru has confirmed the new Uncharted for Australia. The 2026 Subaru Uncharted all-wheel drive will start from $59,990 before on-road costs, making it Subaru Australia's cheapest EV so far. It sits below the Solterra now from $61,990 and the incoming Trailseeker now from $63,990. The Uncharted uses a 74.7 kWh CATL battery with a claimed 522 kilometers of WLTP range. It supports 150 kilowatt DC charging with a claimed 10 to 80% recharge in about 30 minutes. And it also gets 22 kilowatt AC charging. Australia only gets the dual motor all-wheel drive version with 252 kilowatts and 438 newton meters of torque and a claimed 0 to 100 time of about 5 seconds. Inside, it gets a 14-inch touchscreen, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, built-in navigation, dual wireless phone chargers, heated seats front and rear, a Harman Kardon sound system, and a digital review mirror, power tailgate, and 100,500 watt vehicle-to-load capability. But the biggest story is Subaru's pricing reset. The Solterra is down by $2,000 and the Trailseeker has been cut by $4,000 before it even launches. That tells you how competitive Australia's EV market has become. Subaru knows it needs sharper pricing if it wants to be taken seriously against Toyota, Tesla, BYD, Hyundai and Kia. Next, Volkswagen has revealed the ID Polo GTI, taking the famous GTI badge into the electric era. It uses a front-mounted motor producing 166 kilowatts and 200 newton meters, with a claimed 0 to 100 time of 6.8 seconds. It has a 52 kilowatt-hour usable battery, expect WLTP range of up to 424 kilometers, and DC charging up to 105 kilowatts. There's also talk of a hotter ID Polo GTI Club Sport, tipped to make around 210 kilowatts and bring virtual gear shifts, a more aggressive chassis tune, and more driver engagement. Australian availability has yet to be confirmed, but if Volkswagen can make the price work, this could genuinely be an interesting electric hot hatch. Alright, now over to BYD, and there's a lot going on. The BYD Ti7 is understood to be heading for Australia. It's a large 5-seat SUV, bigger than a Hyundai Santa Fe, and could come here as either a BYD or possibly under Denza. Overseas, it is offered as both a plug-in hybrid and a full EV. The plug-in hybrid version uses a 1.5-litre turbo petrol engine with electric motors and battery options up to 35.6 kilowatt hours. While the EV version can be had with a battery size up to 105 kilowatt hours and a claimed CLTC range of up to 755 kilometers. The all-wheel drive EV version can do 0 to 100 kilometers in 4.5 seconds. BYD is also expected to bring the Atto 2 DMI plug-in hybrid to Australia. This could be a really important car because it may become Australia's cheapest plug-in hybrid. The electric Atto 2 already starts from $31,990 before on roads, and overseas the plug-in hybrid sits below the EV. That suggests an Australian Atto 2 DMI could potentially start under 30 grand before on roads. In the UK, the higher grade Atto 2 DM gets a 18 kWh LFP battery and 89 kilometers of WLTP range. If BYD brings that version here at the right price, it could be a very strong option for buyers who want EV style daily driving but still want petrol backup for the longer trips. Xpeng is also getting ready to expand in Australia with the X9, a large electric people mover. The X9 has appeared in Australian approval filings, and Xpeng is expected to announce pricing and specs before the end of June. It measures more than 5.3 metres long, has 7 seats, and will be offered in front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive versions. Overseas battery sizes include around 94.8 kilowatt hours and 110 kilowatt hours. and the X9 runs an 800-volt architecture with extremely fast charging capability. Some overseas versions claim 20 to 80% charging in as little as 10 minutes on suitable hardware. It also has up to 8 kilowatts vehicle to load, sliding doors, luxury second row seating, big screens, and a very premium people mover layout. The big question will be price, because Australia's people mover segment is still dominated by the Kia Carnival, while the premium electric end is only just getting started. BYD is also preparing two other important vehicles. The BYD M9 plug-in hybrid people mover has appeared in Australian approval documents. It is known as the Xia in China, and it could give BYD a family-focused sliding door rival to the Kia Carnival. It measures about 5.15 metres long, uses a plug-in hybrid system with a 1.5 litre turbo petrol engine and electric motor, and overseas versions offer battery packs up to 36.6 kilowatt hours. Then there is the BYD V9, a massive electric van. It is nearly 7 metres long, has a 150 kilowatt rear motor, a 1,300 kilogram payload, and a 1.5 tonne braked towing capacity, and this is what's listed in the approval documents. It could compete with the Ford e-Transit, Mercedes-Benz e-Sprinter, and the Renault Master E-Tech. Speaking of Renault, the Master E-Tech has now been priced for Australia. It starts from $77,990 before on-road costs for the mid-wheelbase version and $79,990 for the long-wheelbase version. It uses an 87 kilowatt-hour battery, has a claimed 409 kilometre WLTP range, and supports DC charging up to 130 kilowatts. Payload is between 1,084 and 1,164 kilometres, so it carries less than the diesel Master, but for fleets with predictable routes and depot charging, the numbers could still work. Mercedes-Benz has confirmed two electric CLA variants for Australia. The CLA 200 electric starts from $72,200 before on roads with a 58 kilowatt-hour LFP battery, 470 kilometres of WLTP range, and 165 kilowatts of power. The CLA 350 4MATIC electric starts from $91,300 with an 85 kilowatt-hour battery, 260 kilowatts of power, and up to 663 kilometres of WLTP range. Both use 800-volt architecture and support DC fast charging up to 320 kilowatts. Audi is also evaluating the upcoming A2 e-tron for Australia. It has not been fully revealed as yet, but it could become Audi's compact entry-level EV, likely using Volkswagen Group's MEB platform. If Audi can keep it under key pricing thresholds and make it work with novated lease incentives, it could be useful premium small SUV. And finally, the policy side. The Electric Vehicle Council wants more support for lower income Australians to move into EVs, arguing that the people most exposed to petrol prices are often the least able to buy a new electric car. At the same time, Rewiring Australia is pushing for renters to be included in the electrification transition. That includes better rental energy standards, portable solar, efficient appliances, and eventually better access to vehicle-to-home or vehicle-to-grid technology. That matters because EVs are becoming more than cars. They are big batteries on wheels. Homeowners with solar and garages will get the benefit first unless governments and industry work out how renters, apartment dwellers, and low-income households can access the same savings. And that's it for Quick Charge episode 56. For the full episode, we go deeper on Subaru's pricing reset, BYD's expanding Australian lineup, Xpeng's X9, Renault's electric van strategy, and what all of this means for us Australian buyers. As always, thank you very much for listening, and until the next time, stay plugged in and stay charged. Ci vediamo.